they just I don't know. Is they just out there just I don't know what to fucking call it, but it's just like, you know, Kobe was like, bro, you step on my court, man, I'm gonna run your motherfucking pockets. You know what I'm saying? Allen Iverson, the same thing. Dwayne Wade, these niggas, they just don't have it in them no more, man. They just going through the motions and collecting chats and doing TikToks.
I don't disagree with you though, because I can give you a perfect example, like the Celtics, my team. Like 2 nights ago, we go to Toronto, and them niggas lose by double digits. They got no business losing Toronto anywhere on this planet or in the fucking universe. No, there's no place for that. And then they play the Orlando Magic, who's a 5 seed in the East, and they blow these boys out by 20. And it's like, it's what you're saying. Like, it's just some nights they feel like playing, or certain destinations they go to, like Toronto. And I mean, if you ever been to Toronto, y'all know you ever been there. I mean, Toronto, and you can have a good time in Toronto at nighttime. You know, I'll just say it like that. So, but yeah, I'm definitely with you on the NBA. Like,
You
it's just
ain't
like
never lied. You ain't never lied.
Boy, I mean, Toronto's a good time. I mean, like, for the people that ain't never been to Toronto, go to Toronto, bro. Like not in the wintertime though. Go in like the spring, summer, but go there. And
listen, I'm gonna put y'all on the game, dog. Caravana is usually in July. You're welcome.
Caravana, like, and I've been there twice for that, boy. That thing is crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
And bro, they could spot you a mile away. They can tell that you from the States.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And the dudes up there, they hate it. They hate it. So be easy when you go up there, because them niggas when them niggas come, they be 20, 30 deep. Okay. Yeah. So but they cool. If you cool, but if you come up there with some ruckus, oh, you gonna have about 20 Somali niggas on your neck.
I mean, but to me, the most surprising thing about Caravana is, like, when you go to the parties, the amount of NBA players that be at that thing be crazy. Like, I mean, they just be in the club with you, man. Like, that's the shit. Like the one time I went, like, there was like I didn't. Every party I went to, there was at least one dude that was you know, that was playing the NBA. At least one. So
yeah, it's a good time. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's a good time.
But yeah, I mean, football like this. I mean, we got 2 good games today. We got the Chiefs game, the Chiefs and the Texans, 4 o'clock, 4:30, whatever time it is. And then we got the Lions and the Commanders. So we got the 2 1 seeds playing today. And I mean, like, I've been hearing the banner all week, man. Like, the not too much of the banner on these 2 games, because I mean, like, these 2 fan bases really ain't out there like that. Like, I mean, like, I like the Ravens and the Bills, but I don't know, man. Dudes ain't really talking about the whole Chiefs, the amount of rest they had. Like, I was in a couple of Chiefs spaces this week, and I just didn't really hear it.
Yeah, I think that 25 days could play a pivotal part in how this game play out. If somehow, I don't think they're gonna lose, right? I obviously don't think they're gonna lose, but I think it plays out in the pivotal part of how this game could start off. It could create a, you know what I'm saying, a pocket in this game where, if Tennessee could capitalize, they could get out in front to a decent lead.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing for me is, like, I think the thing to watch is the Texans early in this game. And I think they got to get a lead early in the game, because of what you just said. They've been off for 25 days. That's a long time. And I mean, like, I mean, football terms, to be off and not played a meaningful game. So for me, when I'm watching the first quarter, I'm watching to see how the Texas offense can kind of drive the ball and score, because I think they got to get up early. And I think if you see the Chiefs offense executing early and they score early and they're up early, it's going to be a wrap. I mean, I'm not picking I'm not saying the Texans are going to win the game, but I think that's an indicator that you got to watch.
Yeah. All right, man. But hey, we got a long weekend coming, man. Some good football. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But first, we got to give you the intro. So stay there, sit in your chair, get your popcorn, get your breakfast, because it's still early. You still can get breakfast. You can get you a little brunch. Keep back relaxed. Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of the Checkdown. I'm one of your hosts, Smitty. I'm here with the crew. What's good, Pop? How you feeling this, beautiful Saturday?
I'm good, chilling. Glad to be back with the people. Chop it up with y'all.
Certified? What's good?
What's up with y'all?
Man, we chilling.
Uh,
JMIK, what's happening?
Damn, man, like football. I mean, shit. I mean, football almost over, man. This
I
is shit kind of
know,
sad,
right?
man.
Yeah, man, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, yeah. And
Hey, see, certified. You brought up an interesting idea, and then I'm gonna play a fun game with it. I came up with a little fun game we could play when we get to it. We're gonna have that. We're gonna have that after we get into this first game, right?
All right.
So we got number 8 Ohio State versus number 7 Notre Dame. Ohio State favored by 8.5. Over under is 45.5. Which I mean, listen. I don't know, man. I told Certified when he asked me, right? I said I just don't know. He said that can they keep up? I said for Notre Dame to win this game, in my opinion, it has to be a complete overhaul on defense. Like you can't let Jeremiah Smith and Judkins and Will Howard pick you. You just can't let them pick you apart, man. And I can't even say the young kid name. I'm gonna just call him IG because that's the best thing I can say. The wide receiver number 2 for Ohio State, like them boys last week, looking at them play, bro. Like it seemed like they was just getting open. And if Notre Dame defense can't hold up, I don't think they can last a shootout with Ohio State, man. I like Ohio State to win this game though. Give me Ohio State. I don't know about the -8.5, but it could be good. I think they could cover the 8.5, but I'm gonna buy it down. Give me, give me, give me Ohio State -6.5. Give me Jeremiah Smith receiving yards. Get me Judkins for an anytime touchdown. Uh, and what you know his name? How you say his name, Mick? The wide receiver.
oh, you talking about and
Uh,
Mika, right?
and Mika and Buka.
Luka, yeah.
Yeah, and Buka. Yeah, yeah,
I wouldn't have
him.
never got that.
Give me his receptions because he was getting a lot of receptions last week. I think he got a makeup game coming in. He had a couple drops. Uh, I think he gonna bounce back from that. Then the running back for Notre Dame, give me him for his rushing yards and an anytime touchdown. That's all.
This got to be a. I think we'll with this game. I don't think we're gonna see Notre Dame have 3 guys guarding Jeremiah Smith because that's what we saw the Texans do to try to stop him. I think they're gonna try to defend him a little differently, just because I think if you put that much attention on one player, that opens up your defense, which, in my opinion, has played up at certain positions than I think they have the talent level for. And that's when you're gonna get those other guys to start cooking. Notre Dame has to somehow control time of possession because Ohio State can score fast and they can score quick. So they have to figure out a way to score points and be efficient on offense. Defensively, you got to try to slow down that passing game that Ohio State has. I just don't know Notre Dame is gonna hold up to that. I'm gonna go Ohio State. I'm gonna stay away from the spread just because I do think Notre Dame may be able to get like a last minute field goal or something. And I'm gonna take the over on the total points.
I'll go next. Man, like it's hard to properly hate watch when you hate both teams. Like this
Facts.
is hard. Like I felt the same way last week when Ohio State and Texas played because I hate both them teams too. So I mean, it's a hard watch when you're trying to hate and you hate both of the teams. I think the line is too big. I don't like. I'm gonna take Notre Dame plus a 9.5 because that's what it's. I think that's what ESPN Bet has right now. I'm gonna take them plus the money. I just think when you get to a national championship game, like you don't get like I mean, especially when you got two good teams, I don't think you're gonna get that 10-point victory that people think you're gonna get. Um, I mean, I am with Pop though on the over. Like, I think this game will go over. Just for the simple fact that I mean, it's in the dome, it's in Atlanta. I mean, I mean, it's a fast track. So I don't. I mean, for two college teams to score 46 points, like, I don't really think that's that much to ask. And a lot of people picked the under in the Penn State Notre Dame game, and that didn't even happen. And I mean, those are two teams that don't got a lot of offense. So it goes to show you that taking the over is not it's not really it's not that bad of a play. Um, I'm gonna take Riley Leonard's rushing yards. I mean, I think for them to have a chance to win the game, he's gonna have to run like he ran in the Georgia game. Like I don't like he's not the greatest quarterback in the world. So I just think that's gonna have to happen. It's kind of with both. He's like, I don't trust Will Howard and I don't trust Riley Leonard. I don't trust either of them because Will Howard can give you games like the Oregon game, but then he can give you a game like the Texas game. Like he didn't. I don't feel like he played that well in that Texas game at all. It's just that like Ohio State has so good of it, such a good team and talent wise that they were over to overcome some of his bad throws. But saying that, like I like both quarterbacks to throw a pick in this game. So I mean, if you could take a anytime interception by both guys, I would definitely advise that because I feel like both guys give you a chance for you. I mean for them to throw you the ball and you just got to catch it. Um, uh, Touchdowns from the running backs. I mean Travion Henderson. Like I really love him as a player. So I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him for a touchdown. Um, I'm not gonna touch Jeremiah Love's yards. I'll take him for a touchdown. Like I just don't know how healthy that knee is, so I'll be careful about that. I would take Judkins for his receptions. I mean, it's funny because last game it was Henderson that hurt them in the pass hurt Texas in the passing game. But I do think that they're gonna get Judkins more involved in the pass game this game, and I think it should be effective. So I take his receptions. Jeremiah Smith coming off a bad game, or I won't say a bad game, but a game where the coverage was tilted towards him. I don't expect Notre Dame to do the same things because I feel like Notre Dame secondary is better than Texas secondary. So I don't feel as if they're going to do that. So I think Jeremiah, like I would take him in a bounce back game, receptions and yards, and I think he gets in the end zone as well. Notre Dame, I don't really love any of their wide receivers. I mean, I guess Faison, I mean, he's their most explosive wide receiver. And I think his line is normally low. Like it's normally around 30, 35 yards. So theoretically, all you got to do is really catch one or two passes to get to that. So I would take that as well. But I mean, one thing I would tell the bettors in this game to watch out for is like the way Ohio State, and I get it, like they were playing Texas, and they were scared of the speed that Texas had at their wide receiver position. So like pretty much everything was open to the running back, and Texas was constantly throwing to the running back. I'd be careful about that this week because I don't think Ohio State has to guard Notre Dame the same kind of way because they don't have those same wide receivers. So
Let me see, man. I'm just getting familiar with these teams in real time, so but I feel like Ohio State is a more complete team. I like Notre Dame's defense and coaching. I'll give them that. I give them defense and coaching, but everything else, man, I got to go with Ohio State. They just look really good. They look focused. Notre Dame's does too, but at a certain point in time, it comes down to who got the most guns, and that's where we at right now. Who got the most guns? And I got to go with Ohio State. You know, the 8. I'm back and forth on it. It's a lot, but then I'm just looking at the capability of that offense, and I'm like, it's really not. But it is, but it isn't. You feel me? So I think it's going to be a great game, though. I don't see this being a snooze fest or a blowout or none of that. I think this is going to be a good one.
another thing I'd add for the people that don't watch a lot of college football that are going to watch this game and got NFL teams, there's a lot of NFL talent on this field that's going to be in the draft. A lot on both sides. Especially the Notre Dame defense. Like, and I mean, like a lot of people looking at Watts, the safety for Notre Dame, think he's going to be a second round pick. And then obviously you have Judkins and Travion Henderson, like they're going to the league, and Mecca's going to the league too. And you have, I think, obviously, if you need line help, Ohio State, I think they have a kid named Josh Simmons. He's been out the whole year, but I think he tore his ACL or something like in the preseason. But he's going to be in the draft. A lot of people think he a first, second round pick. So needless to say, like you got a lot of talent in this game that's going to be in the draft and that's going to be on teams this year.
Hey man, quick PSA. Y'all know we do the annual draft, mock draft simulator with as many people as we can get on here. So if y'all want to participate in it, obviously our social medias is in the description. Get in contact with any one of us and reach out and put you in. You know what I'm saying? We hang out, trade, we have a little fun with it. So
yeah, I think you did like 4 different ones last year, right?
I think we did 5.
I did 5, yeah. So I mean, like the thing with that is, I mean, the more people that we get to volunteer, I mean, like the more than we could do. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. And the thing that I like about that is like it's not set in stone. We could do it again.
Yeah.
So I mean, because the draft is in March, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's in April.
The draft is the last week in April, the last Thursday in April.
Okay. The free agency is in March.
Yeah, free agency is when like the league calendar opens. I think that's
yeah. That's right. And free agency is what 2 weeks after the new league year or 1 week.
I think free agency is like the week after the league year starts. I thought, but I mean, but you had a tampering period too. So
I know. I was just about to mention that.
I think
that's my favorite.
It's like 2 weeks officially, because then you have the legal tampering period before actual free agency starts.
It's crazy how these niggas got us in a chokehold.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind, man. Like I played football. I love I've always loved the game, so it don't really bother me that much.
Hey, what's that boy name from the running back for Notre Dame that did that run last week? I don't know if y'all saw my post. I was like, that motherfucker run like Walter Payton.
No, I don't think that was Love, because Love, I mean, he played, but he didn't play a lot.
You talking about the other? Hold on.
Yeah, the one that scored that touchdown and he broke all them tackles.
Singleton?
Man, I
was
guess
that Singleton?
that shit was like nostalgia.
No, for Notre Dame.
Singleton, Singleton is on Penn State.
Hold on, let me check. I mean, it might have been Love, because I mean he did carry it 11 times.
I think it was Love.
I like Love though. I was like, man, it looked like I was watching Walter Payton.
I mean, Love is good, but you have to say he's also playing with a knee injury. He's not even playing at 100% right now.
Yeah, I saw the brace. I saw that big ass brace on his leg. Yeah. You think he's gonna stay a running back at the next level?
Yeah, he's gonna be a running back.
Is he a little undersized, ain't he?
I mean, slightly, I guess. I mean, he's what? No, he's not really. He's 6 feet and he's 205. That's what
he's 200.
Yeah, he's 205.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
But I think it's because he's taller. That's what it is.
No, I think Jeremiah Love, he'll stay at running back, and I always liked him behind Esteem this previous season, and I thought like with him becoming running back 1 for Notre Dame, I thought like he could really have great production this year, and he's kind of showed it. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean he chose Notre Dame. Like he could have went I know Georgia wanted him, and there's a bunch of other schools that when he was in the portal that were trying to get him, and he chose to go to Notre Dame. So I mean, he's got a lot of talent. The dude is ultra talented, and I mean, like he just adds to like the running backs that are going to be in this running back class. I think he could come out because he's a sophomore. So maybe he's not coming out this year because he's only a sophomore. Maybe he's not coming out till next year, but yeah, I mean, even if you take him out the class, like this running back class is freaking loaded.
Yeah, there's at least 15 to 20 prospects I like.
So you think any of them going to first?
Hold on. Let's have some quick fun, man.
That's hard to say, man.
And I think you want to run the mark.
Okay. My bad.
Listen. We in control of the first 10. Whatever happened after that is done. But you said you want to do the top 10, sir. So we control the first 10 picks as a collective, and then the rest of the picks is on the computer.
Okay.
So first up is Tennessee, man. Are they trading out? Do they need somebody? Let's have a discussion. What y'all think?
No, reject.
They're definitely keeping that pick.
Yeah,
So,
reject.
so where we going?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, they got to go quarterback though.
Yeah.
Reject.
Yeah,
So which
Reject.
one?
I think they're going Cam, honestly,
Yeah.
because I just think I just think Cam is a more dynamic playmaker, man. That's what it comes down to for me. And I mean, like it's no shade on Shador. I mean, I think Shador is a really good quarterback in college, but I just think
Yeah.
Cam with his arm and his like, I mean, like his ability to get out
Athletic
the pocket
ability and shit. Yeah.
and make plays. I just think that's what the Texans, not the Texans, but the Titans are looking for.
Yeah. Um.
I think it's Cam too.
Yeah.
I think it's Cam too. I just feel like when they're looking for a quarterback, Cam fits more what they're trying to do on offense. They thought they could. If you pay attention to their offense this year, they thought Will Levis would be a little bit more athletic and be able to do some of the things that they want to do on offense, and they weren't able to do it. To me, Cam fits the mold of what their coordinators and offense is going to want to put together with what they have already.
You think Kansas City? Because y'all know, Kansas City hired. I mean, Tennessee hired their assistant general manager. You think he's ready to move off of Will Levis?
I think the owner wants.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
think the owner wants to move up for Will Levis. I think
Yeah.
that's why they fired the old GM because I think
yeah.
I'm not sure he wanted to draft a quarterback, and she was like, "Hell no, that's what we're doing."
Nah, I definitely think that the Will Levis experience in Tennessee is over with.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, plus, like, what's really holding? Like, they didn't draft him in the first round; he's a second round pick, so
Yeah.
it's not like you're beholden to him. It's not like you took him in the top five or anything.
You got a point.
Right. So Cam Ward.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah,
I can go. I can get with that. Just looking at what they have right now. Um, I feel like Cam Wood would suit them a little better because he could use his legs. Shador he can run, but he's more of a CJ Stroud type. Like he don't really want to run, and he
Yeah.
he he holds the ball too long in college.
yeah,
You can't you can't do that in the NFL, dog.
no,
You
you're right.
know, like standing back there in one spot for like 5, 6 seconds. Nah, nigga, you gonna look like David Carr out there.
Yeah, true that.
So what is
I mean,
Cleveland doing?
see, Cleveland is this.
I know the ruckus is that they're I know that the ruckus is that they're moving off the quarterback, but they also indebted a lot of money to that quarterback for
Mm,
I
safety.
think they
So
they're
should take
moving.
I don't
Shador.
know if they
Cleveland is an interesting case, though, man. Like,
I
yeah,
think they should take Shador.
yeah.
I mean, they could go in so many different directions, though. I mean, you go Shador because you really need a quarterback. You could go Travis Hunter
Hmm.
because I mean he's a dynamic player, and you already got good corners. So I mean, so he give you another good corner, and you could throw him in on offense slightly, maybe like a 10 to 15 plays a game. I mean, he's not gonna play every offensive snap. I mean, but then you could also go Abdul Carter. I mean, you could pair Carter with Miles Garrett. Like, that combination would be kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. So so
I see the vision.
or even if you don't go Carter, you could even go Mason Graham. I mean, you could put Mason Graham on that interior with Miles Garrett, and that's even kind of crazy. Like I mean, yeah, I mean, like you could go any of the top four picks here for Cleveland. I mean,
So Mick, what you thinking? They go defense and then running back in the second, um, to
I mean,
try to wait, to try to figure out the quarterback situation.
it's either you go quarterback first round, second round you go edge, or you go edge or a D tackle here, and then you go because because like a lot of people like Jackson Dart, like people got Jackson Dart in the second round. I don't really love a kid like that, but a lot of people do. But it's just the question is like, do you prefer Shador or do you want to get a second tier quarterback, someone like a Jackson Dart or Ewers
Because
or
to
someone like
me,
that?
a pick like Shador, you have to be prepared to pretty much eat the cap. If you take Shador at 2, you're essentially saying you're eating that Deshaun Watson contract.
I mean, bro,
You're gonna
you
eat
gonna
the
eat it
remainder of it.
regardless.
Because he's not going to play next year. I mean that's
Yeah, yeah, you eating it regardless.
because I mean he just retore that
No, I'm saying the
Achilles.
remainder of it. I ain't even just talk about next year. See, right now you just eat next year. You like, okay, well he get back healthy. We can. You take Shador. You eating the remainder of that contract. What? hundred and something $1 million. You probably
I
pretty
think it's
much
70 this
say
year,
Yeah.
70 next year.
But,
ain't
Yeah.
but
gonna
bro,
play
they
starting
they
quarterback ever again.
I mean, they're already
they
going to
Yeah.
70 with anyways though this year because he's
they
not going
c-
to play anyways.
they can't restructure him no more. His contract is fully guaranteed. It really doesn't matter if he plays or not. He's getting the same money.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, like the thing is, you need a quarterback this year though. I think that's the thing is like he's not going to play.
That's what I was thinking.
And you
That's
can't just sign a vet like a mid like a tier like you can't sign a Sam Darnold because even them kind of quarterbacks is getting 30 million. They're
yeah.
way over the cap. They can't afford that. And so, in my opinion, this year they're gonna have to play with some sort of like young player at quarterback. I mean, like unless Jameis comes back on a cheap deal, maybe they could do that. I don't know. Like for me, if I'm them, how many times you really gonna get the number 2 overall pick? I mean, they were bad this year, but I think they're
Exactly.
better next year. So I don't know, and we don't even know the class. We don't know if Archie coming out next year. We don't know if Nico coming out at 10. Like Archie plays for Texas, Nico played for Tennessee. Like we don't know if these guys like they have more eligibility after next year. I don't know if they're gonna come out. So there's no guarantee that the class next year is going to be better. I mean, I know Carson Beck has to come out next year, and there's a few other guys that have to come out. But I mean, if I'm them and I'm in the 2 spot, man, I just take Shador, man. Like I mean, like Dion probably don't want his son playing in Cleveland, but I would probably just take the quarterback.
I agree with you, Mick. You know, same shit I said about Penix last year. Everybody was mad. I was like, listen, man, if you think this is your franchise quarterback, you have to take him. Like it's the football that I grew up watching. That shit is done. Like you need a quarterback.
That's a fact.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter how good your defense is, how good your coach is, how good your run game is, how good your offensive line is. You need a quarterback.
Yes, I mean that's a fact. I mean that's what I would go with. I mean it's either him or Carter, but I think they're more in need of a quarterback.
I mean, but like I said, I could see them going the 90s Cowboys way. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line is pretty good. I think they need a center. Um, Ford is a nice run RB2. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with Nick Chubb. Um, but the defense is nice. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
yeah,
Get you a good strong defense. Let your quarterback hide behind the run game. See if he can develop like Brady, like Troy Aikman. Well, Troy Aikman was ass, but Cowboy fans, leave me alone, dog. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay. Okay. I'm just being honest. But yeah, I mean, Brady wouldn't be what he was, had it not been for that offensive line, that defense. And the run game was okay. It was okay, but it was that defense and that offensive line that awarded him the time to develop into some call the greatest of all time. I don't, but you know what I'm saying.
um
I'll say this. I
that is
think
definitely my goal.
they should go quarterback just because we saw what happened with the Browns this season. They needed a quarterback. Yeah, we all know who Jameis is. So you gonna take the good with the bad, but you saw he was like the better quarterback clearly. Um that you saw a lot of more production out of the wide receiver group, specifically Judy and Elijah Moore. You started seeing more production with Jameis at the quarterback position, and his mobility kind of helped run that offense as well. I think going Shador here, having the offensive line that they do have, and I do think they do have a decent running back room. I don't know what Chubb is gonna look like fully healthy next year. But I do think they should go quarterback at this point.
He a free agent too, so just so
Yeah, I was
y'all
about to
know.
say that. Yeah, he's definitely a free agent. I
Who
don't know.
Chubb?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know how
yeah,
much
Chubb
money
a
he's
Yeah,
free
making,
agent.
That's
bro.
crazy, man.
but I say this, with
But
this running
that's
back
3 of y'all that say
class,
Shador though. 3 of y'all
yeah,
say
with
Shador.
this running back class, you can pick up a quality running back in the second, third round and be okay.
I just, man, I feel so bad for Chubb, yo. The type of athlete and professional that he is to have back to back. complete reconstructions, and now you facing free agency. You know what I'm saying? Like my heart goes out to the brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like so much has been taken from him. You feel me? And I wanted to, he was one of my favorite running backs, man. And it's just, it might be over for him.
Yeah, because like older running backs they're not getting that money on the market like that, and it's the way the draft is set up and the amount of free agents that's going to be, at the run back
Yeah.
position. Like I mean, unless Cleveland loves him so much they're going to pay him again.
Yeah.
I don't know where he gets a payday from.
Yeah. This a bad year to
Yeah,
be coming off an injury. This a bad year to be a running back coming off an injury
yeah,
because of the running backs that's
Mm,
coming out of the draft. This is a very bad year for Nick Chubb.
yeah.
not only that, I think it's a
All right.
bad year for running back 2 or 3 on teams, just because
Yeah.
you do have younger talent coming out that you could just replace them with.
I see us definitely replacing Elijah Mitchell. Unfortunately, I don't see him being running back too.
I mean, he just gets hurt too much. He's always hurt.
Yeah, yeah, he always hurt, dog.
And
Always hurt.
and the problem was this year, like like the good thing for y'all is y'all have good depth at that position. But like, I mean, this is the year where you really needed Elijah. He wasn't there for y'all.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't even know why he got hurt in training camp. He didn't even make it to preseason. I
Yeah,
don't even know what the injury was. I just saw Elijah Mitchell out for the year, and I just
it
kept
was
scrolling. I didn't even look. I was just like at this point it would be foolish of me to be upset.
I think it was something with his leg or something, or his knee or something. That's what I thought it was.
So we had the number 3 pick with the New York Giants. This got to be Trav, right?
I mean, they could do Trav. They could
They
have
can.
traded back, I guess, but I mean,
I
there's
like that
no
more.
yeah, there's no quarterbacks on the board. They need a quarterback, but it's not there in the first round for them. Um, yeah, I would probably go Trav.
I mean, if they not looking to bolster that offensive line, they might as well just trade back because the Giants can use everything.
Yeah, I mean the issue is they don't really need Abdul Carter though because they got Burns and then they got the kid they
Yeah,
drafted.
they don't need anything on the D line, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um, you looking to bolster up that secondary position. Um, Clearly quarterback as well. Running back, I think they're kind of solid, and I don't think they need to get a running back this high anyway.
and they
Um,
wouldn't draft a wide receiver this high again for the second year in a row either. So
yeah, yeah.
How
So
y'all feel about them taking Carter and standing Burns up?
I don't think I would do that with Burns. I think Burns is like a. I mean, Burns could do either one, but I just think they're so deep at the edge position. They don't need another edge.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I feel. Like I mean, I feel like they need cornerback help more than they need edge help. Because like at the corner, they like. I mean, they need a dynamic corner. That's kind of what they need on that defense. And then I think either Trav will give
Yeah.
you
To
that,
go
or
with
like Will
Banks,
Johnson will give you
because
that.
Banks is like a 2.
Yeah, so I mean, they need a one, and to me, that's either Trav
Right.
or Will Johnson. I mean, one of those two guys.
yeah,
And I mean, I think you could do
I'm
Trav for
probably
them
going
because
Trav
Trav can
here.
play corner, and then like Trav could also play a couple snaps on offense too, which I mean wouldn't that wouldn't hurt because they already got neighbors, and they got Wendell Robinson. So I mean, like you don't need him to play a lot of offensive snaps, but I mean he could maybe run about 10 to 15 offensive snaps a game or something like that.
Right. So Travis Hunter.
mm-hmm.
If y'all,
I'm gonna
I
go
think
for
they should
the
trade back, but
Patriots.
Eh, let's see what the trade. Well, so
I ain't want to get into the trade back situation.
man, I would definitely trade. Well,
This
not
that's the only trade you got on the board.
no, I'm not trading back. But that shit is interesting because if I trade back, I would have the second and the third round pick and a fourth round pick. That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be funny. But now I'm gonna go ahead and reject that though.
Where you going?
Patriots. I can speak from my own knowledge. We were bottom of the league in sacks. So we either need a D tackle or edge. Um,
Mhm.
I mean, we had no pass rush. I mean, we do need a wide receiver, but I mean, you can always get that later in the draft. I mean, this is not a wide receiver draft, but I mean, you could wait. And I mean, the more I watch Tet, the more I'm not really that impressed, to be honest. And I just think getting Vrabel as the coach, man, he a trenches guy. So I mean, for me, it would either be Carter or Graham or like a tackle. But I mean, the tackles aren't that good, not like they were last year. So I'd probably go with Dual Carter because we have no edges.
I'm kind of in the same spot with you. I mean, I think you need some offensive help, but right now with Mike Vrabel coming in, you need to solidify the trenches.
Yeah, I
Mason
think
Graham
they're
or
gonna.
Abdul Carter is a good pick.
Yeah, I think they're gonna address the line. Be like Mick said. I don't think this is a good tackle draft. I think this is a better interior offensive line draft. So if you want a guard, potentially a center, I think this is a better draft for that. But I do think they do need to address the defensive line. So you could go Abdul or Mason. I don't think they'll go wrong with either one.
And so let me get so also another thing. The reason I didn't choose Graham is because we have Barmore. Like they're kind of like the same player. So that like if we didn't have Barmore, then I would have went Graham first before Carter. But Barmore and Graham kind of have the same kind of game. So
What do you think, sir?
I mean, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I did hear Mick make some complaints about the offensive line. If that's what you need, you got to get it because
Mm,
once we get past like the fourth dude, it's a actually the third guy. It's a
it's a pile of ass.
pretty
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty substantial drop off. It's a gap between two and three as well. Like one, like
mm.
like one and two is
Hey,
look
look,
like
I know
they gonna
Smitty was in
pan
here.
out. Hmm?
I mean, personally, what I would have did was I would have just traded back, but we're not doing trade back situation. Like I would have traded back and just drafted Banks, but I mean, we're not doing the whole trade back thing today. So
Yeah,
so I mean, if I had to stay at 4 and pick, then I
yeah.
would just
Just a
stay
little
4 and pick
quick.
Carter. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Number
I mean,
5,
Spody.
Jaguars. What we thinking? But didn't
Well, I mean, she wanted Trav, but Trav is gone.
Spody,
Like I
you in the
know,
comments?
yeah, being in space. She wanted Trav, but Trav already gone. Um, Trying to think what their needs are. Like, obviously, they're not drafting another wide receiver because they drafted BTJ last year. He was a hit. Um, I don't even think they need the edges because they
They
got
don't really need D line help.
yeah. I mean,
I
they're not.
mean, Jacksonville got a squad, yo.
I mean, but they could use
Mhm.
some second. I mean, like they
Yeah,
could go Malachi Starks though at safety though. I mean, like they could use something in that secondary though.
yeah, they don't have a lot of holes.
Yeah,
So
Scroll down.
I know we got to pick for
I
him,
do
but
like the Malachi stuff. I do like the Malachi.
I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised if Jacksonville drops back.
scroll down to see what's after Malachi. I'm just kind of curious. Oh, actually, they need a
How
corner,
do I
and
scroll
like Will
down?
Johnson's still there. Like they could definitely take Will. I mean, I don't know why Will is so down the board though, but
Oh, I forgot about Will.
yeah, like Will John. Like if I'm
You
them,
pass. He
yeah,
right
He's
there
at
at
10.
10.
yeah. She said Will
Yeah.
Johnson, and I was about to say like Will Johnson's the best man corner in this draft, and they run a lot of man. So I definitely agree with Spody on that.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Corner, I ain't mad at that.
I'll take Will
And I feel
Johnson
like
at
they
2.
got the best corner in the draft, and they got the second corner off the board, which is that's I mean that's what you want.
Mhm.
Sure. At 6, we got the Raiders. They ain't trade nothing. They need everything.
Yeah, they're in
Mm.
the. I mean, they're in a tough spot though because it's like they need a quarterback too, but it's just not there for them. Um, they don't need Mason Graham because they signed the dude that they got from the Dolphins at free agency last year, so they don't
Wilkinson.
Wilkerson. Yeah, so they don't need Graham. They're definitely not drafting. Trying to see who they would need. I mean, they do need a pass rush though.
Mhm.
I just don't know if they're going to draft Tech though. There, I don't see them doing that. Not a running back either.
No, I think they go defense right here
I mean,
just to get somebody to pair on the opposite side. Solidify that D line.
because if they had
Or they could
Michael
go
and Crosby
interior.
together, yeah, I was gonna say like if they had Michael and Crosby on both edges, boy, that'd be nasty work.
And then with Wilkinson back healthy, like
Yeah,
that's a nice front that they can build right there.
yeah. And you need that for that division because I mean you're going against Herbert, Bo Nix, and Pat. So I mean I can go Michael here. I mean like Michael's the best edge on the board. I mean you could also go to edge from Texas A&M too, Nick Scorton. I mean he's pretty good
Nick
too.
Sorton.
Yeah, Scorton. Yeah, he's pretty good too
I
though.
was
I
just
mean,
gonna ask about him.
so you can go either way. I mean, I don't really care.
I'll just take the best man on the board with in my kill.
All right, man, and my boy going to the Raiders, man. I mean, as long as you don't go to the Jets, man.
At
I'm
7,
actually
we got the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, we'll entertain a little
Jetty
trade out.
Jets.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was in that space this morning, man, and I was in that space this morning, and they was kind of mad at my team because my team is I mean, we both rebuilding, but I'm in front of them in the rebuild, so I mean, like they were kind of mad at the Patriots, which was kind of funny to me.
Why would they be mad that the sun came up? I mean, what is different? What is different than 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago? What is different with the New Jersey Jets?
I would say nothing. I mean, honestly, I mean, it's all the same, pretty much.
It's the same shit.
You said you want to entertain trading out here?
Nah, I mean, we could just run the draft in the order. I mean, like, and we could do the trade downs, like in the, I mean, next time we do this, because
maybe in different months, but just like right now, just
I think, they don't need. Damn, Graham he really fell down the board, but they don't need Graham though. That's the thing because they got Quentin. So they don't need him.
Yeah.
They don't need a running back. I mean, they could use an edge or a wide receiver, though. I mean, they could use a guy like Nick Sorton or James Pierce.
Nick, stop it. They could use everything.
They could use Malachi.
I mean, they could use Malachi.
They could use some safety help.
I mean, but they could. I mean, even draft and Ravel too, the corner out of East Carolina, because he's the best corner left, and DJ Reed is going into free agency too, though. I think they can use an edge more than anything else because they don't get a lot of pressure from the edges. Like, I mean, they get a lot of interior pressure, but I'd probably go edge. Like, that's what I would do for them. But if you go Malachi Starks, I mean, I would hate it for my guy Malachi to be on a losing ass team, but oh well. But if it was me, I mean, watching them week to week, I'd probably go edge though because they need more of a pass rush.
They do need a pass rush.
I mean, outside of Quentin,
you got him, Spo. You got Will Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably go the kid out of Texas A&M, but I mean, if you went Malachi, I wouldn't be mad either way.
Pop, sir, what y'all thinking?
I be double mute. So I mute my headset and then I mute the app, and I forget and I be talking and shit. And but anyway, like I said, man, the Jets can use everything, yo.
I say go edge for them.
Yeah, and that defense has been underperforming. I'm Jets fans, relax. It's a good defense, but I feel like they are not performing at the level of expectation, and maybe they need some more help until they can get themselves a quarterback. The offensive line is atrocious. They could definitely use a tight end or another wide receiver because Tay is out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we can go anyway with this shit. But will it matter at the end of the day? No, the fuck it won't.
I don't disagree with that.
Probably the fuck not.
No, because like you still don't have a quarterback.
Probably the fuck not.
Yeah, I mean, like they're in a tough position, man, because like they're gonna have to draft a quarterback in the second round. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, like I said, like I watch the Jets a
So we
lot. Like,
going Nick.
yeah, I'd probably go Nick.
But wash, rinse, repeat
So Nick.
with the Jets. I'm just curious to see
Got the
if
Carolina Panthers.
they don't pick up Aaron Glenn or Spags.
Panthers
And this
need
is a team that can
to.
use Ted.
If I'm the Panthers, I'm drafting Mason Graham though. I'm getting someone to pair with Brown.
You pair him with old boy.
Yeah,
Brown,
yeah,
DJ
Brown.
Brown, whatever.
That's what I would do. It's either that or you draft Ted. I think it's either Mason or Ted.
I like Ted here, man. I think they need Ted, man. They need some offensive help, dog. Bad.
I mean, you want to get him. I mean, Ted like a X receiver. Well, it's supposed to be. I'm starting to wonder if he's really an X though. Like, I mean, he could play there, but I don't know if he's going to be that as dominant there. But yeah, I mean, like they tried it with Xavier. Xavier hands is. I knew Xavier wasn't a separator. But I thought his hands would be better. My only problem is Ted don't separate like that either, though. So you're gonna have two guys that are the same.
Adam out of there too, though.
Who?
I think Adam Thielen out too. Ain't Adam Thielen out?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think he's a free agent, so he can leave if he want to, but if you want to come back, you can come back. I mean, you give him Ted. I don't got no problem giving him Ted. I mean, I just think it's either Ted or Mason.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a tackle off the board yet.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
I mean,
And where we at 7?
we're at 7. I mean, the tackles
wait.
in this
No, we're at 8.
Oh, we're at 8 now. Yeah, I
At
mean, like
8.
the tackles in this draft aren't good though. It's not like last year where and Alu. It's completely different.
Yeah, that's why I say it's more interior because you just don't have that tackle class you had.
Because trust me, I need a left tackle. If there was one, I would have took one. But it's just not there.
So what about buddy from LSU and what's the other one? I think he's from Georgia.
I think Will transitions into a guard in the league personally.
Yeah, because they're saying his arms are short. That's his problem.
Yeah.
His arms are short, and he didn't have a greatest year. So.
I used to didn't believe in that shit. That short arm shit. Nah, that shit is legit. That shit is definitely legit.
The only dude you could point to in the last 2 years was Penne, because Penne's arms didn't measure that long either. But I mean,
but he different.
Yeah, he different though. That's the difference. Will Campbell, I just don't think he was that good this year. I don't think he was bad per se, but for a guy that was supposed to be the number 1 tackle prospect, I thought he should have had a better year. But we can go Ted here though for the Panthers. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Pop, you up? Your Saints.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, draft Mason Graham. Let's go.
I can't believe Mason Graham fell to 9. Yo, that shit is. I mean, the Saints got a bargain.
I think that's a lot. I think that Mason Graham feed there, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
And then
that would be a lot. If he was at 10, they take him. All right, so this is the last pick for us, man. The number 10 pick. The Chicago Bears. I think it probably Malachi. I would say Malachi. To pair with our defense. But
I think they have
a lot on that offensive end too, though.
How they off? Go ahead, Pop.
I think they need to seriously address that offensive line, specifically the interior of that offensive line, if they want to help Caleb be successful. They have to address that.
But I feel
what about buddy from Texas? Banks?
Yeah, but Banks is a tackle though. He's not an interior though.
So Chicago tackles is good?
No.
All right. They're okay. I mean, they're nothing special. I mean, my thing is I wouldn't only way I'm drafting a guard in the first round is that guard is generational, man.
Yeah.
You're not generational. Like the way this interior offensive line is in this draft is like you can get a lot of guys late in the draft. Like I wouldn't do that just now. I think I go Malachi, man, because like they got good corners.
Who are their safeties?
I can look it up. Like when I think of the Bears, I don't think of like I don't the whole safety thing never comes in my mind. Who they have there?
Yeah, same.
They got Kenneth Bard at the free safety and Jonathan Owens at the strong. Bard to me is past his prime, and
I think they should go Starks.
Yeah,
and
I
think.
Yeah, and I mean Jonathan Owens, I don't even know who the hell that is.
Yeah. Oh, that was it that old boy from the Packers?
And you talking about an old girl's husband, right? What's
ain't that him? Or am
yeah.
I thinking of a different person?
No, I think that might be him. Jonathan Owens, the other he's on the Bears, but the other names don't look familiar. I think that's him.
Yeah, so I would definitely go Starks just to solidify that secondary because I do think they got decent corners. So
yeah,
you bolster that secondary, go Starks.
Yeah. And I mean, judging by the names at the safety position, like they need a safety. So I'd go Malachi. Damn, Omeka went in the first round. Damn.
First round finish.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's possible for him, depending on where he falls. It's possible.
I mean, the Bills got Watts in the first round. Yo, that is crazy. Click on the full results because I mean, like we really don't care team by team.
Yeah.
And I just want to see who went like 11 to 32. I'm just curious.
Who I'm not at my phone. Who they give me at 11?
Cowboys.
They
gave you
and y'all got
Sanford. You got the best cornerback.
Cornerback.
I think the second best cornerback outside. Yeah, I got Rivera. Yeah, East Carolina. I think he's the best nickel.
Yeah. So obviously the Cowboys took Genty.
Genty goes to the Cowboys.
Burton goes to
Banks went to the Dolphins.
Ooh. James Pierce Jr. to the
Burton pick ain't bad.
Wow, finally they drafted an edge. It's a freaking miracle that they got an edge. Like, yo, Tyler Warren on the
if Tyler Warren goes to the let's just think about this. Bengals, let's say the Bengals are able to retain T, right? Then you got Chase. You add Tyler Warren to that mix. That
is not
they is cooking.
But the crazy thing is they need defense, but they drafting offensive players, which to me is insane. But oh well. Jaylon Walker to the Bucks, bro. Like that front seven is already nasty. Yeah.
But they do need linebackers because Levante, he's near the end of his career, and
I mean, Omeka to the Steelers. I mean, like, Guru about to be happy about that, boy. He'd be ecstatic if they draft Omeka. Then the Chargers draft Benjamin Morrison. I know Benjamin Morrison is the corner for the Notre Dame. I know he's good, but damn, they didn't want to draft a wide receiver. Nick Amori, he's pretty good.
You got Nick.
Burn.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple of these plays that's happening, and
man, I would not want to draft Cameron Williams. Man, he looked like ass in that last game. Like he couldn't block Jack Sawyer for shit. But I mean, Jack Sawyer to me, I don't even view him that highly, to be honest. The Commanders got Derek Harmon. I mean,
they tripping. I would have took Mike Green, man. The Eagles would have took Mike Green, man. What you doing, man?
Josh Simmons went to the Ravens. That's a steal.
Is that another Alabama linebacker?
Who? Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
No, we don't got Alabama defensive players.
So y'all just going to
Alabama defensive players. We have Georgia defensive players.
Well, it doesn't matter. Y'all seem to like the SEC. So,
hey, listen.
Man, I can't believe that the Bills got a Xavier Watson.
We like SEC for sure.
That is a crazy first round pick for them to get, like because their safeties
Tyler
are kind of
Warren go to the Bengals.
But I mean, my question is, what did the Cowboys trade? What did the Cowboys trade to get the 32nd pick though? Because that's not their pick.
I'm assuming that's the Lions
Oh, I
pick.
don't know. Let's see.
Well, yeah, it's definitely the Lions. They definitely traded with the
We can go back and
Lions.
find out.
Yeah, because actually the Seahawks
We can
and
go back and
the
find out.
Denver traded up too,
What you got?
though.
What you got to go team by team?
You might have to go team by team. Yeah,
Let's see. Yeah.
I'll just go to the Cowboys should be one of the first things when it actually goes by order. So
Yeah, what would they be at though? I see Tennessee.
I mean, maybe don't let you select the
You
teams
can't
that you
even get
actually
over to their
drafted
team,
for.
huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
because we only draft for these 10. Hold on, maybe
Yeah,
we can click that button though. You think you can click the little thing?
yeah, yeah. We could try.
It should disclose what the trade was. All right, so they traded pick 44, pick 76 for pick 32.
That's
So
all they got.
two,
Two and this. So
two and a
they
They
third.
second and a third. Yeah, that's not a
a
lot to get
second and
there
a
though.
third.
But for the 32nd,
Let's see what was
and
traded here. Put it. So
So
for
that's fine.
that,
They just exchanged and then they
time
got
out.
a third. No, actually that's a fourth. It looks like. Is that a
Yeah,
third?
for
Actually, that might be a third.
compensatory third, right? That's when the compensatories is and shit.
Yeah, I
pick
would.
85. Yeah,
Comp
that's the
picks.
third round.
So
Did
And then you
we
look like on the Denver one. The Denver one's the same trade. Yeah.
we projected to have three of them things.
Yeah, I
In
just
the top
I'm trying to
100.
trade.
and you know
We projected to have three third round picks.
Oh, three
yeah.
third.
Yeah,
Oh,
because we
that's
finally get that third for Titan the GM that the Titans fired. We finally get that pick, and then it's somebody else. I forgot who it was.
And Ray, so I mean Ray Carthon came from y'all.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
mm.
And y'all had a stack front. I was over there, but that shit
Yeah,
crazy.
I know, right?
All right.
I'm
So
just glad Kansas City don't get no
wild card
comp pick.
weekend in the books.
I mean, Kansas City got that
For who?
31st pick. You seen that, right?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about that you only get a comp pick if it's a minority
Oh, they had
front
them for
office
30.
person.
Well, they got them at 31 right now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the mark don't have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Nah, they got
Yeah,
the Lions.
They got the Lions in the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Take that, Chiefs fans. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Ah,
Well, let's talk about the Chiefs. They up first. Texans versus Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 9. Over under is 41 and a half. I had to say a little prayer real quick. Hold on. Listen, I'm praying. I'm
Oh,
praying for souls, man. I'm praying for people's souls. Cause listen, it's just a game, people. Win, lose, or draw. It's just a game. Okay. Just want people to remember that. Whoever want to take the
no
game,
bullshit.
go first.
um,
It's just a game.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm not gonna take the spread. I'll take the over on the total points. Here's the thing. Um, CJ did play better in that Chargers game, but to me, I credit that Texans defense for a lot of the success they had in that playoff game against the Chargers. CJ did, make a couple throws, but I still just don't like the Texans offense. I don't like the production I saw out of them in that Chargers game. And I think you're getting a healthy Chiefs defense. You're getting a lot of players back on the defensive side of the ball and the linebacker position in their secondary as well. They're coming back, and I think that rest that they have is going to be a benefit to them with that. And offensively, I think they have a lot more pieces for Pat to play with. Like you got Hollywood back, D Hop is there. He's kind of getting some burn. Like you have almost a three rotation of running backs now because Pacheco is fully back with the team as well. So um yeah, I just think that the Chiefs are just a little bit more balanced coming into this game on all phases of the ball, and the Texans, to me, the offensive side of the ball is just kind of not there for real. So that's why I think the Chiefs are going to win. I'll take the over on the points. I do think the Texans will be able to score some. But yeah, I'll take the Chiefs. I'm just staying away from the spread because minus 9.5. That's a lot for a Chiefs team who hasn't really like had
Right.
multiple double-digit wins for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna go next. I'm taking the Texans plus the 9. Because you remember the first game they played in, I think it was it was the Thursday before Christmas, the week before Christmas. They went in the Arrowhead. They only lost by 8 points. The game was 17-16 in the third, right after Tank blew out his whole knee or his leg or whatever, whatever the injury was. And so the game was close. And if you remember that game, like the Texans had a sack, fumble, return for a touchdown, but they called roughing the passer. So it's like there were plays to be made that could have been made for the Texans to actually pull out that game. So I mean, betting wise, yeah, I would definitely bet the Texans plus the 9. We mentioned it in the intro when we started the show. This team has not played a game in 24 or 25 days. It's a very long time not to play a game. So what I would do and what I am doing is I'm taking the spread in the first quarter, first half Texans. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but
plus 2.5.
Yeah, so I take the plus 2.5 with the Texans in the first quarter. I take it in the first half as well because I just think when you had that amount of time off, you might start the game slow.
First half, ooh, it's just plus 3.5.
Yeah,
it's plus money though.
Yeah,
plus 125.
I would still take that. I think it's going to be close first half, and then I think the Chiefs pull away in the second half. I just think once they get some football like under them, they should be good to go. Over under.
My bad. Let me get it correct. The first half spread is plus 7.5, but you can buy it down to plus 3.5 or plus.
I would still take it at plus 7.5 just to be safe. I'll take it at plus 7.5.
Yeah,
I take that.
That was my mistake because people listening, they might go look. The first half spread for the game is 7.5.
Yeah, so I would definitely take that. Like I said, I think the Chiefs are gonna start off slow. I mean, what I would do is I would take the Chiefs in the second half. Like whatever the spread is, I would take them there. The one thing you do gotta be careful of though with this game is that the Texans defense, if you watched that game last week, Justin Herbert's he's not a scrub. I mean, he's a good quarterback, and they made him look bad. So
you bet like that a lot, man.
Say what?
You bet like that a lot? That looked like a better spread.
I mean, I don't do first. Like, I try to stay away from the quarters because that is so unpredictable.
Like I'm saying, the first half because it's plus 7.5, and then you switch to the second half, and the spread for the Chiefs to win is only 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, it depends on the game. Sometimes I do that. It really depends. Like those kind of bets, like I only put those on single tickets though. Like I don't like parlay that kind of stuff. But I mean, from time to time, I do take those kind of bets. Like when you come into a situation like this where a team hasn't played in a while. I mean, I just think they're gonna come out a little rusty. That's all. Like, I just think, I don't think the Chiefs gonna score in their first drive. To be honest, I don't see that. But yeah, so that's just how I see the game over under. I'm kind of with Pop on that. Like, I think the game's gonna go over. It's not a bad weather game. I mean, I don't think there's any rain or anything, any snow. It's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be in the 30s, and it's earlier in the day, so it's not gonna be extremely cold. So I see the over hitting. It's the playoffs, man. This is the time you want to bet on Kelsey. This is the time. This is the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna bet him for anytime touchdown. I'm gonna bet Nico for anytime touchdown because I just believe in Nico. Like I don't think there's too many guys that shut down Nico. I'm gonna take CJ for his rushing yards. They should be probably around somewhere between 11 to 15. I'm definitely taking the over on that because I just think they're gonna rush him and he's gonna have to use his leg. Like he's gonna have to utilize every part of this game for them to pull this game out. So I think he can easily hit his rushing yard. So I said Nico touchdown. Give me Mechie for his yards. Because the cover's going to slant towards Nico, so he's going to have to do something. Last week I gave you that Stover bet over 6.5. That hit like crack in the 80s. I'm gonna ride with Stover for one more week. His line probably at around 10 yards, over under 10 yards. I'm gonna take the over one more time. I'm gonna ride with that. Chiefs, and what I'm gonna do is
Wow, people must have cracked them on Hard Rock. They don't even got that boy on here. They done
man,
smashed him.
that one last week, man. Like he had that in the first quarter, bro. That should hit like crack. Well, I expected him to get more than 6 yards. I didn't expect it to happen so quick.
I was just gonna throw on the ticket again. I said, "Then he gone."
Yeah. Chiefs. I don't trust their wide receivers, man. That's why I took Kelsey. I would probably take Isaiah Pacheco's yards, maybe, but it's questionable because like, the Texans' front four is pretty good. So
I'll say this though. I think the Chiefs' interior offensive line is better than the Chargers, and I think that's where the Texans had a lot of success beating up that interior of the of the Chargers' offensive line. I think you're gonna have a little bit better guard center play against the Chiefs than the Texans front saw the previous week. So that's my only slight pushback, but I do agree. It's kind of hard to figure out who's going to catch the ball, who's going to score the touchdown with the Chiefs. It's a lot of hands that get fed throughout the game, so it's hard to call it. But with Pacheco, I'll probably look at Kareem Hunt just a little bit. His line isn't bad, and I think he can hit it. It's just Pacheco is coming back, kind of working back in. So, if you do want to take a running back for the Chiefs, I would look at Hunt or even P. Ryan receiving. He's like their third down scat back, catching out the backfield type. So if you want to look at his receiving yards, you should look at that as well.
So the last time I looked at the line on PrizePicks, they had Kareem Hunt at 32.5, and then Pacheco at like 56.
They got right now they got 42.5 for Pacheco, 31.5 for Kareem Hunt.
Oh, Pacheco shit drop?
Mm-hmm.
I be putting my lines in too early, yo.
Yeah, and I think I wait for like what I do is like
that's almost 15 yards.
Yeah.
They got Joe Mixon at 55.5.
It also depends on the book though, because I saw Pacheco line at like 32.5 on a couple of bet nuts and stuff like that. So
I mean, my only beef with not Pacheco, but Mixon is, man, the Chiefs stopped the run, man. That like so I don't know.
I was just putting it out there. I was just letting it be known.
I mean, I'd rather take him for any time touchdown than his rushing yards, or I mean, maybe you take him for his receiving yards because he might get the ball at the backfield.
I would probably look at his total from scrimmage, his receiving and his rushing, because they're definitely going to need him.
76.5.
That might be the play right there, because I could see him getting 50 yards receiving and then like another 30 rushing.
But I think his yards dropped because during the week he got like an ankle injury in practice. It's something like that. But they're saying he's still gonna play.
Yeah, they don't have a chance of competing with Kansas City, much less beating them without Joe Mixon. He has to have a big game. He has to.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Hey, shout out to the 100 people we got in here with us, man. If you're on the X side, you haven't come to the Twitter side yet. If you're on the Twitter side and haven't come to the YouTube side yet, man, click the link, come over, man. We got some, good people in the comments, man. You can have a conversation, speak on what you believe your team is gonna do in this draft coming up, man. You can talk
and not just that, man. Like stay tuned. We got some shit in the workings. We talking about some shit to be more interactive and whatnot. So fuck with us.
Yeah. So this game, man. I mean, obviously, I'm picking the Chiefs to win. I told y'all that before.
Same. I'm picking them to win.
But the outcome of this game, if it don't go the way that people perceive it to go, That's real.
You talk about slander,
Boy, it's gonna
bro. Listen, listen, dog. They will get motherfuckers that don't even watch football on their necks.
yeah, that's a fact.
So we got
But
Commanders
like,
versus.
but
Oh,
let me
go
say
ahead.
this though. But I said it before we started, rolling and I mean, recording. I think this is the best chance for somebody to get them. You know what I'm saying? Like jump on them early, man. They've been off for 20 plus days. That's a long time. Okay. Um, you don't want these motherfuckers to get momentum.
Mm-mm.
You don't want Pat to get momentum.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So if anybody has a chance of slaying the dragon, it's the Texans. They got the best shot.
True.
definitely true.
True. Can they get them though? That's the question.
That's the
They got a
question.
shot.
That's the question.
They got a shot. I mean, they only lost the first game about a month ago by 8 points. It's not like they got blown off the field. And the Chiefs have not been blowing people off the field. So I mean, there's a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I
And
mean,
and
now,
and like what me and Mick said, man, like rust is real.
yeah, it
That's
is.
that's a real thing. So, like don't and this is the National Football League. Any given fucking Sunday, you
I mean,
know?
especially in the playoffs. Like this is not a
Yeah.
wild card. This is a division. The teams that are here, I mean, besides the one seeds, they earned their way here. They earned it through the season and they won last week. So it's not. These aren't bad teams.
Right. Right. All right. So we got Commanders versus Lions. Lions favored by 8.5. Over under is 55.5.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Um, I don't think they got enough guns, man, to fuck with Detroit. And you know how Detroit get down. They gonna throttle you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They gonna throttle you like they is motherfucking what's the nigga that went from Florida to Florida Gators to Washington, the coach.
What in college football?
Yeah.
Went from Florida to Washington.
Yeah, he was the head coach and he went to the Redskins.
You talking about the hell, what's his name? Spurrier, right?
Yeah, Spurrier.
Yeah, Spurrier.
Spurrier, yeah. Detroit run that shit up like Spurrier, dog. They'll put 60 on you if you let them. And then they'll start clowning your ass in the third. You know what I'm saying? Lining up Panay out wide and shit, and putting motherfucking Williamson and running back like they be doing all types of goofy shit, clowning, and they stay punching on you. I think this is going to be a nice game to hit props, because you know I ain't, we some of us have had a hard time with Commanders community this season. This doesn't have nothing to do with that. Okay, Detroit got the most guns in the league, period, and they got big guns. Okay, I think that they jump on Washington early. You know, these are some very bright lights in Ford Field, and you're going against a very serious team. So I just think that they jump on them early, and the Commanders stat wise is going to look like it's competitive because they're going to have to throw. They're going to have to rely on some big chunks to try to catch up. But I probably think somewhere between 10 and 11 point victory for them. Washington kind of closed the gap late when it's already out of hand.
Go ahead, Mick.
Yeah, so I mean, like y'all know me, man. Like I've been riding with Jaden since last summer, like last pre-draft. I'm a Jaden fan. I was gonna be a Jaden fan, man. And I've been on their bandwagon for the majority of the season. And like, I picked them a lot. Like I made a lot of money off Jaden and the Commanders. But sadly enough, this is the week I get off the bandwagon, bro. Like this is not. And I mean, like, I love what they did with the roster that they had. Like, they got the most out of it. Like, I mean, not just
Yeah.
from the quarterback, but from the defense, the wide receivers, the tight ends, everything. I mean, they got, they got most of what they could out of this rock. But it's like Certified said, man, like if the Lions ain't the most talented team, they're the second most talented team in the NFL. Like it's not just from it's not just from the skill positions, but from the trenches too. Especially defensively, like the Commanders don't even run the ball that well, anyways. But that's
Yeah.
what the Lions can do. They shut down your run. That's what they do the best on defense. So you can't even run to begin with, and so you're not going to really be able to run with B-Rob. I mean, you're going to have to run with Jaden. And these aren't design runs. Like these are going to be scrambles, and that's pretty much what their run game is going to be. Or I mean, essentially, if they don't do that, or they'll just have like a short passing game to, I mean, like Eckler, like that's going to be their run game for today. I mean, for tonight. Um, and just like when I look at the matchups and everything, I mean, like I guess they got lucky because the starting center is not going to play, so the backup's playing. But since they're playing in Detroit, like that kind of negates that factor because it's like they're not
Hmm.
on the road. It's not going to be road noise. Like when they're on offense, it's going to be quiet. So that's not going to affect the center that hasn't really started before. I mean, he's going to have some effect in terms of like blocking assignments and stuff like that. But I just think the Lions got too much, man. I'm gonna take the Lions minus, was it like 8 or 9.5? Normally I wouldn't do that, but I'm gonna take that. It's just like you got Montgomery coming back, you got Jahmyr Gibbs. I was telling people when Montgomery went down that people's question if Gibbs could carry the load. I'm like, bro, I watched this boy at Alabama. That boy could do it all. Like he, his frame might be kind of slender, but I mean he could do it all. So I had no doubts about that. And then you go past the running backs. I mean the Lions have arguably the best line in football. I mean it's either between them and the Eagles, whichever you so choose. I mean I don't care whatever one you put 1-2 is. That I mean that's solely up to you. You got that. You got St. Brown. You got Laporta. You got JMO. You got Tim Patrick. It's just like you ever go to the shooting range and there's a dude that got about 10 guns at the shooting range and you over there with 2?
Hmm.
That's what this is like. Like, they pull out the 9, they pull out the 45, they pull out the AR, the Mac. Like, it's just like, well, like, where does it? It's like, where does it end? They just got too much firepower, man. And I just don't see, especially with that Commanders defense. I mean, they play well down the stretch, but playing against the Buccaneers is one thing, and playing against the Lions is a whole other thing. Um, Props I like in the game. Give me Jamar Gibbs anytime touchdown. Give me Jamar Gibbs receptions. I like St. Brown to get in the end zone. I like Laporte to get in the end zone too. I'm gonna take St. Brown's receptions and yards. I'm gonna take Jared Goff's yards. I think it's around 250. I'll take that. Um, J Jaden Daniels, I'll take him for 200 passing yards. I'm gonna take what's the boy's name? Scary Terry. I'll take him for 50 yards and a touchdown. And then I'll take Zach Ertz for like 3 for 25. And for the people, if you like to bet props, this is the game of the weekend to actually bet props on.
Go ahead, Pop.
Listen, I'm gonna use the words of Zig. Move shit militia. That is what the Lions offensive line is. To me, they are the best offensive line unit in the league. That's just my opinion. And they move shit on that line. And I think having Monty back, that's good to give Gibbs a little some rest. I do think Monty will be on the snap count, just to like kind of preserve him as much as possible during this playoff run. But to the point Sir said, there's a lot of weapons Detroit has, and there are a lot of ways they can win a game. They don't just do one thing. They try to mix it up, be balanced, and they switch up the play calling as well. And defensively, with the losses that the Lions have had on defense throughout the course of this year, Aaron Glenn has them boys hitting. They're playing hard, they're playing physical, they're playing sound defense, and they're tackling in space, which is what you need. For the Commanders offensively, JD5 has been him. He has put a lot of these games on his back and got the job done. The thing is, I just think that you don't have the weapons to compete with the track meet that the Lions can have on offense. Defensively, they've been playing above what people believe. I do think their secondary can still be cooked up. I watched it against the Bucks last game. That secondary was getting cooked by Mike Evans and McMillan and whoever else the Buccaneers had out there. And I think St. Brown, Williams, Laporta will take advantage of that. Even Gibbs in the passing game will take advantage of that. Um, so yeah, I do. I'll take the Lions. I'll take the over on the points as well because I do think we could get a very high scoring game in this. It has the potential for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay away from the spread though. That's just me. I'm gonna just stay away from it. If I could drop it down a little bit, I probably would. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions in the over on the total points.
Yeah, I agree with Pop, yo. Like, I like the over, just for the simple fact that I see Washington scoring like maybe, 14, 17 points the last 10 minutes of the game, but, still losing by a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, man, they got guns, man. They got big guns over there, and not just that, they make you be honest on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just play too high shell all game. You can't overload the box all game. And you have to take chances on defense versus Detroit. But the thing is, you better be right that play, because if you're not, that shit gonna be seven.
Yeah, I mean, like they can give it to you any way you want it. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
they could run you to death. I mean, they could short pass you. They could go deep. They can run the trick play. Like pretty much when they on offense, they can give it to you however you want it. Like
Yeah.
that's a problem. So
Nigga, it's like that Frito Lay assorted pack, dog. What you want? Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos? We got them, nigga. What you want? Lay's? We got them. We got Ruffles too, nigga. What you want?
yeah, it's. I mean, to be able to build an offense like that, and they built that offense over the course of what 4 years? It's crazy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And it's like they know what it is. They got to win now,
Yeah,
because that check coming in 2, 3 more years. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, like your coach is
They got
gonna
to pay
start
these
getting
boys. You know what I'm
right.
saying? They doubled up in the first round like 3 years in a row, and all them niggas hit. You got to pay these niggas.
yeah.
So they got to win now.
Because I think
Uh,
St. Brown coming up.
Nah, I think they
yeah,
paid him.
he got paid right before. He got
Right.
Yeah,
paid
he
right
got.
after Smitty.
So
I
they got
mean,
extended. So then it will be what
Yeah,
Laporta or Gibbs.
yeah, I
yeah,
think
but he
Laporta
still.
and JMO they coming up soon. I think JMO's in his third year, so he coming up
Yeah,
soon.
J-Mo's in the
Look,
same class as
Laporta in the
Garrett
second year.
Wilson and Olave.
Laporta only his second year though.
Yeah, so they can wait on Laporta, but JMO gonna get paid soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
no.
in a
I'm just
year.
trying to
He got about
think
a year.
of because
Yeah.
I know Gibbs was a first
Oh,
round.
Penny.
Laporta,
Penny coming soon.
Jameson.
I
Hmm.
thought they paid Penny
Oh,
already.
no, I think didn't
No,
Panay just
did he get paid this year? He got
did he
paid
get
this year too.
extended?
I thought he got extended in the summertime.
He might have did.
They have been proactive in their extensions.
Yeah.
He might have did. I might have missed it.
Yes, I
Yeah,
Okay.
do
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but I
yeah. He
do know
got a
you
4
got
year, 100
Laporta.
million,
Yeah, you got
112 million.
Laporta, J Mo and Gibbs coming up just from their first round picks. And I think
Damn, how I missed that? They paid him in
Branch,
November.
what round did they get Branch in?
Branch is a second round pick.
First, second round from
Oh, so
Alabama. So he only
he's
get
only
4
in
years,
year
right?
two. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in year two,
He's
so
two
they
years.
still got a little bit of time for Branch
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to figure that out though, because
yeah,
that's all coming up soon. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
It,
they
it
got
re,
about 2, 3 years right now.
Resigning the second round pick that hit like a first. Oof.
Mm,
Because you don't have no 5th year option.
nah,
mm.
You know.
And let me tell
So
you this, Branch already doubled up his rookie production.
yeah, he did.
Like this
I
year
mean,
was
Branch should have got if
fantastic.
I mean Branch should have got drafted in the first round. He really should have.
yeah. Hey man, hats off to their general manager, man. Like Detroit, they put together a fucking monster like really fast.
I'm looking at they free agents coming up. I don't really see nobody where it's a crazy like I'm just saying in this off season. I mean
Yeah.
Carlton Davis, Marcus Davenport. I mean
Davenport probably out of there.
Yeah, I don't really
John.
see them.
I mean John Kaminsky, Emmanuel Mosley.
I mean, they just gonna have to draft more because you can't pay every single player.
No, I'm looking at it and just looking I'm like looking at it like it ain't really nobody of significant pay money. I mean, not yet. Let's see what they got next year.
I mean, that JMO contract, it might be. He's not gonna get paid like tier 1 wide receiver.
Ooh, now next year
But
they got a little. Next year they got now that's when we forgot a man that's on that list. Aiden Hutchinson got to get paid next year.
Oh yeah.
DJ Reader got to get paid next year.
Hutch
Darius
is coming up.
got to get paid.
I mean, DJ
J-Mo get paid next year.
Yeah, but
Hutch might reset that market.
Yeah, he'll reset the market, but DJ Reader not. I mean, DJ the Golden, he only got like 2 for 10, so I don't think he's getting that much money.
J-Mo in that same class, same year with
Aiden, right?
There too. Yeah, he in there too.
I mean,
Kirby Joseph get paid in that same one too.
They're gonna have to make some decisions. I mean, like I said, you can't sign everybody, so you gotta make some decisions. Draft. I mean, but that's how you keep like the teams that are really good. That's how you keep them really good. You got to draft well. The players you don't pay, those like draft picks got to fill in. So
right. They got back to back. They got back to back big years because after that year, you got Gibbs, you got Jack Campbell, you got Sam Laporta, Brian Branch.
But I mean, they built that team up on the Stafford trade, but that's the problem. It's like when you have so many first round picks, bro, you gotta pay them.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going through right now.
Yeah. And they hit. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They hit. So
I mean, but to me, it's not even paying the players. Like they're gonna lose both of their coordinators. That's gonna happen this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your coaching staff is gonna be different, and you gotta replace that. Like, there's a lot of changes Detroit gonna have to handle once this season is over with.
Yeah,
and we'll see how that works out.
I do think they win this game. I didn't pick. I do think they win this game.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, we know you're not picking the Commanders anyway.
No, I do got a caveat though. Wait, let me give him a caveat. Let me finish.
Look at this old fancy ass nigga. Caveats and shit. Go ahead, nigga.
Listen, I live bet. If the game is close with 5 minutes left, I'm putting everything left on my betting app on the Commanders.
I mean, I don't blame you for that though.
I'm going with it. I got a couple dollars on there. It's going on the Commanders because if you leave it close, Jaden Daniels has proven he can win. But like I can't argue with the facts. Like unless they come up with some amazing run stopping defense overnight, and they find somebody that ain't fooled like Marshawn Lattimore to cover J-Mo, because that's what Ben Johnson is finna do. I hope people know he's going to get that matchup with Marshawn Lattimore and Jamison Williams. And if you want to put whoever out there other than I like little Mike Sanders still, but he too small. You know what I mean? Him getting out there with J-Mo one-on-one on a jump ball, it ain't gonna look nice. But I know Ben Johnson is finna. I took J-Mo today for his receiving yards, for the longest reception and for a receiving touchdown. I don't think they have a cornerback that can adjust for that speed. I don't see one on their whole roster. And every game they do that little play where he's motion out wide and then they run a fly route. They're gonna motion him right on Marshawn. It's either gonna be a touchdown or a pass interference, one of the two. So
either way it works out for them.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think the Commanders don't have no one to guard J-Mo or St. Brown. I don't think they have anybody for them two guys.
I think Mike Sanders still is decent, but
I mean, St. Brown
when he get in that middle game and start cooking you.
I mean, St. Brown is a route runner, bro. Like, I mean, the problem is like if they ever motion St. Brown into the slot, you are cooked. Specifically, the Commanders are cooked.
They are. You know they're gonna motion him in the slot.
Oh, I trust me, I know. Trust me, I know.
Multiple times.
So, like, I mean, even if they don't put him in motion, the Commanders have no corners to guard St. Brown and J-Mo. If I'm them, I'm trying to put Marshawn on St. Brown.
And if I'm them, I'm trying to get Sam Laporta one-on-one with Bobby.
That's just not going to be the problem is in the passing game. The Commanders have no matchups that I really like. I mean, maybe the safety matchups, maybe some of them, but I don't even know about that.
Shin is gonna have to keep the middle of the field honest, because that's a lot of their game, man. Once they open that middle up and they start gashing you in trouble. Because Sam Laporta, Amara St. Brown, Gibbs, all them boys can get yak. You start putting on the middle of the field where Jared Goff like to throw the ball, you're gonna be reeling for a long game.
And the crazy thing about Laporta was like they weren't even using him though until like the last month of the season. That's how many weapons they got. They could just not use a nigga for months. And they say, hey, well, hang on, let me throw the ball to Laporta now.
And he couldn't.
Give me Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown. I gotta go back to my original bet, man. When them boys play together, I take both of them for a tutty. So give me both of the Sonic and Knuckles for a tutty today. Give me Amara St. Brown for 50 yards. Give me J-Mo, I told you, for the longest reception. Give me his longest reception. Give me his yards. It's a low. And give me anytime touchdown. Give me Jaden Daniels for 200 passing yards. That's it. We got Rams versus
Hold
Eagles.
on, you said 200?
Yeah, 200.
Is you teasing that down? Because the lowest I've seen is like 225.
Yeah, I'm definitely teasing it down.
Okay.
We got Rams versus Eagles. Eagles favored by 6, over under 43.5. Hey, the Rams talking a lot of shit to me, man. I don't understand this, man.
I mean, it's your game, and you go ahead first.
Yeah, man. I just don't. I don't get it. They talking really reckless about this game. I got a lot of respect for Rams. You know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for the Rams. They in a position they shouldn't be in right now. Because of great coaching and Sean McVay.
Somebody mic hot. The hell is that? Y'all don't hear that? Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like someone's like wrestling some like papers or something.
But I think Oates. Looking at this game, right? I don't see how their front seven can compete with my offensive line. I think in the first matchup they kind of showed 255 total rushing yards, 300 total offensive yards by Saquon Barkley in that first game. I think just up front, they just don't have enough big bodies, man, to compete with the offensive line we got. I do think the biggest threat for them is Puka. You know what I mean? Him coming out and being all over the field, being able to capitalize. I think if we want to win this game, you kind of let him cook a little bit. You can't really stop him. It ain't really a way of completely taking him away. But you let Cooper Kupp, get taken away. You take away the run game. You kind of play for the play action, which they do at a high rate. And I said it before we started the match. If you could somehow cloudy the first read, you know what I mean, make him hold the ball just a little bit longer. You can get to Matthew Stafford. That offensive line isn't unpenetrable. I think this game for us, the biggest thing is Jalen Carter for me, getting pressure at the middle. Matthew Stafford, he's taken off a few times, but we know Matthew Stafford isn't an athletic quarterback who's going to kill you with his legs. So I think a little pressure at the middle, man, get a chance to really get to Matthews, and we could take this game over. I don't think they have a cornerback either that can guard AJ Brown in this matchup. So give me AJ Brown for 75 and a touchdown. Give me Saquon Barkley for 100 yards. Give me Jalen Hurts for an anytime touchdown. Give me Puka Nacua for 75 yards. Give me Kyron Williams for 50. And give me Tyler Higbee for 25. JMIK?
I like the Eagles in this game. I heard it's supposed to be cold and snowy up there.
6 inches, baby.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
It was pretty aggressive, brother.
You had to go way left. Nobody would have even caught it. You could have let it slide, man.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, man, it's just like Matthew Stafford in these cold weather games. Like his record's not good at all. I mean, it's like if the weather was perfect, like it was like a regular 30-degree weather day, I'd give them more of a chance. But I mean, they did their thing against the Vikings, man. I give them credit because I picked the Vikings in that game. I took the Vikings on the spread too, so I give them a lot of credit for that, man. They outcoached them boys. But I just don't see that happening this week, man. I just think the Eagles, it's kind of a similar situation. Like as long as the Eagles could block up that front four, Saquon should be good, AJ should be good, Smitty should be good. I mean, like Dallas should be good. Like it's just like they got a lot of weapons too, man. It's in that same category. Like when you face the Eagles, man, you gotta have a lot of weapons. And I mean, granted, they got Puka and Cooper Kupp and Kyron. I mean, those are all good skill position players, but I really worry about their offensive line. Like I don't think they can handle Jalen Carter and like Nolan, and them boys. The only thing giving me pause for the Eagles is that I mean, like their linebacker went out last week. I think he tore his meniscus. So I mean that gives me a little
Patella.
Yeah, the Kobe Dean. It give me a little pause, but
he ruptured his patella.
Oh, Patella, yeah, that's that's a rough injury, but you still got an all-pro in Zach Bond. So I mean they still got guys that I just don't like the spot for the Rams, man. So
Come on, Axeman Jr. I think he's starting this week.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just roll with the Eagles -6. I'm gonna probably go under. It's a snow game, so it might not be as many points as you think being scored. It's gonna be cold and 6 inches of snow. So I'm gonna ride with that. I'm gonna ride with the under. What I like in the game, I like AJ's receptions and yards because he punished them the last time. He saw them.
Bro, that's what I asked the fan, right? I said the last time we played, you had the most stacks box we had all season, and you rolled all your coverage to AJ with no Smitty on the field because Smitty was hurt. How do you cover us this time when you can't roll the coverage? And he still put up 100 on you, rolling 2 people to him. He was like, we just going to play man up, and we going to stack the box.
Man, you play
man. Listen, man. Philly, we talk about Detroit. Now, I think Detroit got more guns. But in matchups, Philly has more guns in this matchup than anybody. Okay, I think they're gonna mop the Rams. Mainly because Saquon is a team player. He gonna run that play action just like an off tackle. He gonna run that play action just like a HB dive. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta crash. So it's like Jalen is going to Eagles fans are going to be obnoxious after this game because they're going to be talking a lot of shit about Jalen. Jalen is going to undress these niggas, man. They can't stop the run. They can't. And that play action is going to kill these niggas, man. Goddard and AJ, this shit going to be I think it's going to get nasty. I think this shit going to get ugly.
I mean, because to be honest, like I think there's only a couple teams that could beat the Eagles. I mean, I have the Lions are one of them teams, and you got a couple teams in the AFC, but that's it. There's not a lot of teams that could take them down. Like I said, prop wise, give me AJ reception yards. Give me Smitty for 40. Give me Jalen Hurts for 25 rushing yards because I think he's going to run the ball more this week because he's one more week removed from a concussion. He played the whole game last week. Give me Saquon for 80 rushing yards. I shouldn't ride with Saquon for the touchdown, but I think he's going to be an instrumental part of this game. I think he's going to score this week. And I
I
got
didn't
AJ
take him
Sport.
because last week I know
Yeah.
a lot of people was mad, so I didn't put it out there. I didn't take him for a touchdown last week. I only took him for 100, but yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I
I'm gonna
ain't get
take
a
him this week
touchdown.
though.
He probably gonna score though. He probably gonna score.
Yeah. On the Rams side, give me Puka reception and yards. Give me Kyron anytime touchdown. I'm only gonna take Kyron for 40 yards rushing because that front is so good. So I think he's gonna have a problem running. Give me Matthew Stafford for an anytime interception. I think he's gonna throw the Eagles one, and I think they're gonna catch that. Puka, I said Puka reception yards. I'm staying away from Cooper Kupp, man. Like he done burned too many of my tickets, man. I'm not finna do that again.
We had a pretty good game against him last time, anyway.
And then I would take, if Higbee plays, take Higbee for 25 receiving yards. I'm just not sure if he's playing yet.
And this,
the scariest thing for me right now is they saying Witherspoon might not play, and they saying Emmanuel Forbes is the backup.
can y'all hear me? Oh,
damn. Yeah.
so this
Listen,
is
I didn't
another
check
thing
to
that I
see how
wanted
true
to
it
say,
was,
yo.
but if it is, that's torture. That's torture.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
I feel like the Rams offense is going to have a long day too. They don't have any speed outside of Robinson. And he's like wide receiver 3, 4 sometime. I feel like the Fangio is going to keep everything in front of them. Stafford's interception prop is at 1.5. Okay. So Vegas already know what it is. We know what
Oh
Stafford
yeah, I
does.
meant to tell you that. Mick, I look. You can't even take him for one pick. You can only take him for 1.5. You can't even buy
Yeah.
it down.
Listen,
I don't know about the 1.5 though. I mean, I know on DraftKings you can take him for,
come on, dog. Yeah, I know how Stafford is in big games. He get that shit up.
yeah, but the problem with 2 is you're not just depending on him to give you the ball, you're depending on him to catch it too. And in the snow, like I know they're gonna get 1. I don't know they're gonna get 2.
If he give you one early, he gonna give you another one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hey,
So
y'all know what Vic Fangio record is versus McVay?
what's that?
6-1. You want to know when you want to know when the first loss came?
What
His
was
first year in Chicago.
Oh.
When he had nobody on the team, before he got Khalil, before he got all the talent. But since he left, since he was at pretty much the 49ers, he been kicking that man head in. People say that's how the Fangio defense got famous, because he always used to whoop on McVay.
And I appreciate that. I mean, like McVay is probably not probably, he's a better coach than Sirianni, but just because you're a better coach, I mean, you're gonna win a game, though.
Right. Right. I listen though. As much shit that they talk about Sirianni, he knows how to delegate. I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? Like play to your strengths. You know, he ain't a play caller. You know what I'm saying? He might dibble and dabble in the game plan, but he seems to know who to put in places and sit back and let them do what they do, and then he manages the team and the personalities. So, something has to be said for that.
Oh, go ahead, Pop. It's on you.
I don't know what I could really add. Y'all pretty much said everything, for real, in terms of breaking down the game. I just think offensively, the Eagles have too much for the Rams defense to handle. And I think that would be the difference maker. And defensively, that Eagles defense been cooking. So I think they'll be able to slow down the very methodical offense the Rams like to run and create extra possessions for the Eagles offense.
So last game for the divisional round, the game of games: Ravens versus Bills. Ravens favored by 1.5. Over under 51.5. Pop, go ahead, jump back in. You take off.
Um, if the Bills don't know how to slow down Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. It's gonna be a long day for them. To me, the Bills' run defense isn't that good. Watching the Broncos game last week, I thought if the Broncos had at least one competent running back, it would be a different game. But they didn't, and we saw what happened. I don't think the Bills are built to stop this rushing attack. You also got to think about it. Outside of Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, you still have Keaton and Justice Hill occasionally back there as well. Um, and I believe it's snowing, so in the wind chill. So I think whoever has the best running game is gonna win this game. Also, I do think there's a way for the Bills to get in this game, but it's gonna have to be a methodical game that I haven't seen the Bills completely do this season, which is intermediate short passing. That doesn't seem to be a big part of their offense throughout the season, and I think that's something that's gonna have to happen for them to win this game. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I am gonna take the spread, minus 1.5. I don't think that's a lot. Um, I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the under on the points just because of the weather conditions. I think it's gonna be a closer game. I don't think they're gonna be throwing the ball a whole lot um, in this game, but I do think the Ravens are gonna edge them out. I just think Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry over the course of 4 quarters, that's a lot to wear down the defense.
Certified.
Um, I think this is game of the week. I think this the one right here. You know, I think this is going to be a chess match, but I think the Ravens may have more guns. You know, I trust the Ravens defense, their front seven a little more. Their secondary is a little shaky. Buffalo's secondary a little shaky too. But Buffalo's linebackers, I like Milano. And please listen, off topic. Don't compare that nigga to Fred Warner no more. He comes off the field on third down. Shut that shit up. All right. Don't say that to me no more. So yeah, so what I was saying before, like, um, I think that linebackers can get exposed. And listen, man, if that RPO gets going early, oh, this shit is going to get ugly. You know, Lamar and I got Henry. They might. I got them cracking 150 plus rushing if things go right. Maybe 175. I just don't. The Bills will probably try to overload the box to stop Henry. But all that's going to do is just help. You know what I'm saying? If you condense the field for Lamar to look at, you're helping him out. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it is all contingent upon how that RPO kicking. If McDermott can contain that RPO, I think Buffalo may be able to squeak this out. If not, Baltimore gonna mop these niggas, man.
I think the weather conditions for this game makes this game a kind of a two-partner game. It's James Cook and Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. I
Hmm.
think which one of those teams get the most production out of they two, two guys that can keep the ball in their hands and pretty much, execute the offensive plan of winning. If I had to put my money, I'd probably go with the Ravens. I'm kind of split. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
still don't 100% know who I'm kind of pulling for in this game. Um, I even watched this morning. I watched a little bit of the Routed Up. Man, that's why I made JMIK go last. Watched a little. I watched a little bit of the Routed Up to try to sway me to see where my vote would go, man. And I still really couldn't put my hand on it. But I think if I had to put money on it in a game where I think rushing is going to be the most pivotal part, I would ride with the Ravens. But I think I would. I don't know, man. It's a tough game. It's so close. It's so close because without Zay Flowers, you depending on Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, and Rashad Bateman, Nelson Aguilar. Um, but you got a stable of running backs back there for the Ravens that all kind of do things a little different. You got Keaton Mitchell, super fast guy. He can get yards in the blink of an eye. You got Derrick Henry, the power guy, and then you got Justice Hill, who they like to use in the pass game to really get a spark. So when you got those three guys back there, I don't think Buffalo offensively in the backfield have that type of caveat where they can go to multiple different guys. I think for me, when I watch their games, it's James Cook or bust. Those other guys that's in the stable, yeah, they get some totes here and there. But when James Cook ain't cooking, that running game
Yeah,
ain't cooking. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It used to be a lot of Josh Allen, but since James Cook has kind of came into his own, James Cook is the leader of that running game. And
yeah,
I think in this game for the Bills to win, in my opinion, you're gonna need a big game from both of those guys. Like I just said, you're gonna need 40 or 50 yards from Josh Allen. You're gonna need 100, 90 to 100 plus yards from James Cook. You got to score. The one
yeah.
thing, obviously, Justin Tucker in the regular season is iffy Annie. But the one thing you ain't got to worry about Justin Tucker in the playoffs is field goals. With the conditions, I mean, it's gonna be a tough game, man. I think it comes down to the crunch. I think it's a close game. I'm gonna go with the Ravens, but I mean, I'm not betting no money
Yeah.
on it. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. I think this will probably be the closest game. I think this is going to be a good one. I like them putting this game last.
Well, yeah, I mean, the second the Bills won against the Broncos that 1 o'clock game last Sunday, I knew this was going to be the late game. They weren't going to put no other game in that spot, but this game. I mean, the storylines in this game are crazy.
Yeah.
And you got the two guys that are vying for the MVP. A lot of people think Lamar going to win it. I mean, it's a close race though, so we really don't know until they get released. But Lamar probably going to win it. So you got that part about it. And then I mean, when the All Pros came out, the Bills only had one All Pro, which was Josh Allen's second team. And the Ravens had a bunch. So I mean, like the fan base was kind of clashing about that too. The fan base have definitely clashed over the last month on a number of different topics. I heard a lot last week people trying to go back to the game for the week 4 game. And I mean, that's great and all, but that was over 15 to 16 weeks ago. I mean, the Ravens aren't even the same team as they were in week 4. I mean, like neither are the Bills. So I mean, when I look at the games in Buffalo for those that don't really watch a lot of Buffalo games. I mean, they're in my division, so I see a lot of them. Like, you got to understand that the kind of weather that they're going to get on Sunday, it's going to be like, 15 degrees, but the wind chill is like 0. And that's at the start of the game. So it's only going to get colder throughout the game. I mean, it's going to be wind. It's going to be a lot of wind. I don't know about a lot of wind, but maybe like 10 to 15 miles an hour. But you got to understand, in that stadium, the way that stadium is built, like the wind swirls in that stadium. So like the kicking game is going to be that's something I'm really watching for is like the kicking game. Like I'm like the field goal kickers. I mean like the punts and like the kickoffs. Like it's going to be tough to kick in that weather. It's also going to be tough to throw in that weather because not just because of the cold, but of the wind gusts. So that's those are factors that you when you look at it again, that you got to look into. And like pretty much everyone on the panel said, man, it's a hard game to call. I just feel as if like the Bills got a lot of motivation. Bills at home.
That's why I made you go laugh.
Everybody is like, bro, like this was. It really reminded me of the Chargers game the Chargers and the Texans game, right? Like the away team coming in is the favorites, and like for coaches like D'Amico and Sean McDermott, bro, like I'm telling you, they telling a team every day. Every day they tell them like you're supposed to be the home team. They don't think you can win, and then telling these boys this in different ways. And so I just think the Bills and you couple with that and like Josh Allen probably not gonna win the MVP. They only had one All Pro. I mean, when you add all this motivation up together, like they got motivation to win this game. And I mean, all disclosure, whoever wins this game, in my opinion, going to the Super Bowl. That's how I feel. Like if it's the Ravens, then they go. Then they going. But I got the Bills in this game. Like, I've got Bills money line. It's going to be a really close game. I wouldn't be surprised if it come down to the last possession. I tend to agree with everybody says. Like, it really depends. Like there's a funny stat that Josh Allen has the most rushing yards in playoff history. I mean, he's also, but number 2 is Lamar. Like, he got 609, and I think Lamar got 602. So it's like they're really neck and neck. He's played more playoff games than Lamar. I think it's like 11 games to 7. But I don't as much think it's going to be on the running backs, the run game. I think it's on the quarterbacks. I think like whichever quarterback is more effective in the run game. I mean, whether that be design runs or scrambles when they're trying to throw it, I feel as if whatever quarterback, I mean, has the better day running the ball, because I do believe both these guys are really efficient passers. They're really good at that part of their game. So I think they're going to provide stuff in the passing game, but I think it's what they provide their teams in the running game, which might make the difference in the game. And then I just think like Josh Allen is just going to have the ability to do more of that, especially when he's trying to scramble, because it's like trying to when it's that cold and you're trying to tackle a linebacker that's as fast as he is. That to me is a problem. It's also a problem to tackle Lamar Jackson for as shifty and agile he is as well. But yeah, close game. Props I like in the game. Anytime touchdown by Derrick Henry, like I think that's a must in any of these games. I think he's going to get in. I like Rashard Bateman to catch a pass over 20 yards. I like Mark Andrews for 25. I like Likely for 25. I like Lamar Jackson for 40 rushing yards. Josh Allen, anytime touchdown, didn't cash last week, but I got a feeling that's going to cash this week. I like Shakir for 40 yards and like off of 4 receptions. Sneaky pick. I like Knox to get in the end zone. Like in these type of big games, like Josh tends to lean on Knox more than Kincaid. So if you're going to bet on Kincaid, I'd be careful about that, because he doesn't. I mean, Kincaid doesn't really do a lot in these bigger games for me. I'm not saying he's not a good tight end, but he hasn't really had that stellar of a season. I don't really have any other picks. I mean,
don't make me slander Dawson Knox. You know what that boy did to my ticket.
I mean, Knox. I just think that he's going to show up in this game, especially in the red zone.
He was just, he the only tight end like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh yeah, he gotta get receptions in yard. This man disappeared.
Yeah, I mean the Bills' offense is hard to predict too. Like it's kind of like the Chiefs' offense, where receiver wise, you don't know who's going to eat. Like Samuels ate last week. That don't mean Samuel's going to eat this week. So
shit, kind of like what y'all was saying about the goddamn Rams.
Yeah. But I mean, this game of the week, man. I'm looking forward to this. This is the game that I can't wait to watch.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, this could be the best playoff game of the year. I mean, it could be
better. It has that potential.
Yeah, it has that potential. So,
yep. The litter box is going to be at 8:02.
I mean, someone's getting slandered on Monday, man.
No. Somebody is going to get slandered to the gods Monday morning.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fan bases that ain't gonna show up.
Oh no! It's not just Monday morning. This gonna be all week thing.
I'm just saying Monday morning is going to be bad. Monday morning is going to be bad, though. It's going to be a lot of cursing and yelling and muting.
I mean, getting slandered on MLK Day kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, right?
It's kind of but it is what it is, man.
Can't take you niggas nowhere.
They might ban us if I say that.
But I mean, it is what it is.
On Monday too.
I mean, the thing is, if you've been in them Bills Ravens spaces all week, man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy in there all week. So somebody gets slandered, man, and I'm gonna be there for it. Whoever it is, whether it's the Bills or the Ravens.
And all jokes aside, it's just football, fam. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just football. Your team lost, just like nobody's team wins every year. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the slander with the praise. Okay, you got to take the slander with the trash talk. That's how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, my only beef with the slandering is like, if your team was to win, and I think Whittle said this in one of his spaces, right? If you was talking your shit all week before the game, then I don't got no problem with you talking shit, slandering on that Monday, that Tuesday, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you one of the people that was in the listeners, or you in people's DMs talking trash, and then your team win it, you don't get up and talk in the space, like, I mean, like, to me, and like Whittle, like, I kind of agree with him. Like, if you wasn't in their spaces talking all that trash this week, then don't come on Monday trying to talk that same trash. Like, I really don't support that. So
I say that shit every week, dog. Like, bro, talk shit to me on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday morning or
yeah,
before the kickoff. Don't wait until the game is over and now you all laid up in my fucking DMs. You all in my mentions and shit. Like, we got to start policing the goofy shit. It's too
yeah,
many goofy niggas out here, and it's too many goofies out here, really, because they be encouraging this shit and hyping this shit up and laughing at the shit. You know what I'm saying? Put your fucking name on it,
yeah,
okay? Put your name on it today, not 10 o'clock tomorrow. Today, put your name on it today.
yeah. So I mean, that's all I would say, man. Like, I mean, like if you believe in your team, even if you don't believe in your team, I mean, like talk your trash pre-game and after the game. And I mean, like, if your team lose and you get slandered, then you get slandered. It's not nothing personal. I mean, people slander you for the team that you cheer for and all the trash you was talking before the game. So
Yeah, niggas be acting like they gonna die. Oh, your quarterback threw an interception. Ah, oh, the
I
guy
mean,
going 911. Like, nigga, relax.
yeah, I mean, it's just a game at the end of the day. I mean, I mean, like we all got teams, we all want to win. Like nobody wants to lose, man. That's just the fact. So
But with
Hey
that
man, that's
said,
the yeah.
but
With
with
that
that
said,
said,
man.
somebody getting slandered.
yeah, but with that said, you know, when you start it, don't be mad when somebody finish it. So
Yeah.
Bills fans, I I'm gonna warn you, don't lose this game. Don't lose this game. You remember how y'all was crying literal tears last year because I wouldn't stop? It's gonna be twice as bad this time. Don't lose this game, Billy.
Yeah, but it's just as bad for the Chiefs too, though, man. The Chiefs, the way the Chiefs fans be talking on Twitter, if they lose this game to the Texans,
Oh, I got some smoke with a few Chiefs fans too, because it was a few Chiefs fans after the Super Bowl that came under a post that had nothing to do with football, talking about, oh, stop crying, you lost. And I'm like, but I don't even talk to you.
yeah,
Why you on my post? I ain't gonna say his name or her name, but why you on my post talking shit? I'm not even talking about football. So when I come, don't be surprised. It's just slander. I mean, it's just trash talk, like y'all told me.
yeah. I mean, especially for the Chiefs, man, because like they've been talking that three-peat all year, man. So it's gonna get. I mean, it got the capability to get pretty nasty. If they lose today, and not just from the like there are Texan fans that's gonna make it nasty. So yeah,
Yeah. The Texans, I think the Texans need to worry about not getting blown out
I
more
don't.
than anything.
Hey, did y'all hear about the? Hey, did y'all hear about the Bears contacting the Steelers
About Mike Tomlin. Yeah, I heard about that this morning actually.
and the
But
Yeah.
Pittsburgh hung up on?
but the Steelers are saying that like they never called them though.
Yeah,
Oh
I heard
man.
that too. I heard that too.
But if I'm a
It
Bears
was
fan,
a false report.
but if I'm a Bears fan, I would. We don't got a coach. They need to stabilize as a coach. So if I'm a Bears fan, then I'd be happy that at least my team made the phone call. So
Tom Brady also said he will have his part in being an owner, but he will fulfill his responsibilities to Fox.
of course he will because he want that money.
Shit. Would they get a nigga 370 for 10 years? Yeah.
Yeah, I want
With
that.
all that, I'm gonna get all that and get my team together, nigga. Why you pulling that shit? That boy gonna pull a Jerry Jones for y'all ass.
I mean, pretty much he's like, I'm not gonna mess up the bag. I'm not. Don't get that confused.
Yeah, he's still getting paid like a quarterback.
Yeah.
Raggedy motherfucker.
Well, I mean, actually, he getting paid more now than he was as a quarterback, which is the crazy thing.
A certified quarterback coach told the Jets.
Nah, he said nah. I don't think Brian Greasy wants to even be a coordinator, dog. I think he
Man,
cool.
Brian Greasy looked at that shit and said, "What?"
No.
He started laughing. No way. You ain't finna get me fired in a year, and I'm looking for a job. No.
I think it's Aaron Glenn's job to lose.
Man, I wouldn't want that job from him either. Like I would definitely take the Saints job over that job.
I think he the right guy for the job, though.
I still would not. The way the dysfunction in that organization. No, I'm good.
Uh, I don't know if anybody said anything about this, but Ravens coaching staff says Zay Flower has a chance to play on Sunday.
Nah, I'm not believing that. He in practice all week, man. And I mean, he's listed as doubtful for the game, man. As long as I've been watching football, anytime a player listed
Doubtful
doubtful,
don't play.
it's like a 90% chance you ain't playing. And I mean,
Doubtful
why?
don't
It's gonna be snowy and cold. Why even risk it? I mean, if you can get through this game, let's just say the Ravens win. You could get through the game without playing and give him another week, and maybe he could play in like the Chiefs Texans game next week. So,
Well, hey man, that's the pretty much the end of the show, man. Y'all got anything for the people? I'm probably gonna be in bad guy space later, you know.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with him.
I'll be in there with him and UG later.
I mean, you shouldn't call that the bad guy space. I mean, you should call that the official hate space, bro. That's what
They
that
watch.
is. Niggas in there hating
Watch.
hard, boy.
And listen, man, y'all gotta stop taking bad guys so serious, dog. Like he just be trolling, man. Like he really gets you niggas off y'all square, yo. Like relax, yo.
No, I mean, it's not me, so I mean.
But hey, man, I'm gonna say this. I'll go first with the final words. Hey, man, if you like Bruce said, if your team lose, man, it's a game. You got every season to have the same goal. Obviously, you came up short this year. It's gonna be it's gonna be 4 teams that's gonna be going home. I mean, 5 actually if you include college, you know, but they don't really be. I don't really be in Ohio State or Notre Dame spaces, but to the Texans, Chiefs, Commanders, Lions, Rams, Eagles, Ravens, Bills. Let's have a good weekend, man. Let's do this the right way. If you lose and you gave it, take it. That's all I can say, man. If you gave the banter, you receive it the same way. And if you win, you give it the same way you received it. So
Yeah, bro. You gotta take it like you dish it, man. Like, come
yeah,
on, man. Like we gotta tighten up. Come on, man.
yeah, man. Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy football. 3 days of competitive football coming up. You can't beat it.
I mean, you got to enjoy it, man, because football, I mean, like the end is on the horizon, man. College football over Monday, and I mean, after this weekend, man, you only got 3 more games left, so enjoy it.
Damn, September was 2 weeks ago. Damn.
Yeah. But we got a bunch of like off-season stuff. We're gonna talk about the free agency, the draft, and all that good stuff. So even though football be over after February 9th, I mean, we still gonna be around. So
Oh yeah, we gonna fuck with y'all for sure. This gonna be a busy off season, man. Coaches, GMs, on the draft, free agency is like fuck with us.
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's it for the show. Tell a friend to tell a friend. In the words of Pop.
The great Pop,
Go. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Go. Stay tapped in with us, man. We'll see you next Saturday at 11, man. Hopefully, listen. Hopefully, I get to come up there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hey, it's 126 of y'all. I know some of y'all on Twitter. If you haven't yet, come to the YouTube side. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in. Keep tapping in. We'll see you next week. Peace.